We had an error. I don't know what happened, but yeah. I caught that very quickly. Good thing I have a computer watching my chat. So yeah, apologies for the error. Ooh, another Canadian penny. We have the same amount of Canadian pennies as we do wheat pennies, which is, again, very unusual. That is so loud. That sucks, because we had like 5 people viewing. 5 viewers in 1 hit, and then, nope. Not time for that roll yet. Yeah, now I have like no viewers except for myself because my stream broke and now I had to reset. Woody. Oh, wait, penny facing its reverse. 53S! Too bad it's not 55. I need a 55S. We have 7 wheat pennies so far. Damn! We're just 2 groups in. We have 7 wheat pennies. 1970S. That's appreciated. Yeah, okay, got another viewer. Look at the Dylan Coke guy. Oh no, they're gone. Yeah, that stream, it told me I got like 371 views and 8 hours watch time. That's crazy in my opinion. I never get that good of watch time. I never get that good of viewers on a stream. That might be like top 10 most popular streams. Hi! Hey Max! It's been a while. How's it going, dude? Yeah, my old stream broke. I usually stream this on Instagram, but I'm doing it on YouTube because honestly, it's good. I love it. I'm better on YouTube. Alright, one more group. No, 3 more groups to go. We're already at like what? 7 wheat pennies. That is 70% of the average. By the way, my most viewed stream I think is like 300 to 500 views, whatever. And my first penny stream on YouTube got me, which is again I ended just a couple of minutes ago. I got 300 views off that. That's even for a video. That's good. That stream got me more views than most of everything on my channel. That is nuts, and I am very appreciative of that. I'm gonna send an announcement. I'm gonna thank everybody. Yeah, that's second place. That's nuts. Because I'm like, yeah, I know there's a Phantom Forces stream, and it's like the top one. Like 300 some views. We might have just hit a new record. I don't know why that video has so many views on it. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just confused. That video was average in my opinion. Probably a weak strike. I think I found a weak strike penny. Details were not that strong on it. The back looks really nice. That definitely is a weak strike. It's not weak all around. So yeah, usually our average at this point would be 4 wheat pennies. We have 7. So we are destroying. This box is pretty good. I mean, again, I have to be honest, this is a loose rolls box, and I have random rolls I bought from my boss. Why does your most viewed stream only have 2 people that have chatted? Me and Neto Dinov. Well, the chat to view ratio on a video is very small. I'd say for every 1,000 views, you probably get most 5 chats. Go look around on YouTube. When you leave my video and you go look at other videos, go look. There's actually kind of like a ratio. I'd say, again, like, for every comment, there's probably at least 150 some views. That's probably different from channel to channel. It's just people, and there's no problem with this, but people just don't want to spend their time and comment, and there's no problem with that. Time is a precious commodity nowadays. Wonder how many of those views were live views versus watching it later. Yeah, I barely watch my views right now, or I barely watch any of my streams. I'm gonna be watching my own stream when it comes to this because I don't want to like lean over and have to constantly look at my screen. And plus, I'm going to like this because if my stream stops my computer, which I just found out a second ago did happen, then I can restart it. Another reason I want to stream, not only to entertain people, but I really want to document my progress. And if I find something that I react to, I want to go back and clip it. $19.52, Denver. Yay. Got one. That's 8. Again, the box average is usually 10. And again, let me remind you, these rolls are all randomly selected. Because there's actually a few accusations people will throw at me, probably like, oh my god, he's probably spoofing rolls. I don't spoof. 17 filling. Like, there's nothing. There's a bicentennial. There's no reason for me to spoof. I don't like spoofing. I've never spoofed in my life. Stop. Get out of here. Stick into my hand. Yeah, they're all pennies. There's a rare chance for the rolls to drop a dime. It's probably like a 1 in 1,000-ish, I'd recommend. It's very uncommon, but I have seen it happen. I've seen ones that have dropped 2 dimes, because when counting, the packaging unit will accidentally count dimes. Like a dime will slip into the penny slot of a counting machine, because I have one, and it'll get shoved into a penny roll. Like, I found this penny, or I found this coin inside of a penny roll. That's not that uncommon. I mean, look, there's Canadian pennies. Look how many I got from this box. $1944 Philly. The most common wheat penny with over 1.2 billion pieces minted. Yeah, there's a lot of 44 Philadelphia pennies. They still survive to this day, even after a whole war. Not actually a whole war. They were minted at the very end of the Second World War. I like that one. It's more yellowish, I think. I don't know which one you're saying. Which one penny? There's 50 per roll. This one? Oh, no. You probably saw a yellow copper penny. There's got to be a wheat penny in here. Look at all these coppers. Maybe? I don't see one. I don't think so. I'm fibbing. Oh, there's a bunch of coppers in here. Look at all those copper pennies. Throughout World War II. The ones you said, I think it's more yellowish. It's probably like that because of my light. I have a warm light. I have a warm lamp. I need to get a cold lamp, like a colder, like, white lamp. Basically one that has, like, I need like a 5,000 Kelvin. There's a Philadelphia. This one probably like 2,000-3,000 Kelvin. I have a war nickel. It's got silver in it. That they actually had to stop making copper pennies for 1 year. They have steel cents. I've only found one steel penny per in a bankroll. The reason I think that they don't get put in as much is because most of U.S. currency is non-magnetic, and therefore, I bet you what the companies do to roll them, they have a magnet to strip out all the magnetic coins, because a lot of foreign coins are magnetic. However, a lot of Canadian cents are not magnetic, so they don't... Oh, I see one. Woody, see it, right? It's hard, you can't probably see it with the camera. Right there it is. 42 Philadelphia. And that's box average right there, and we're just over halfway through the box, and we have half the box average. This is a good box. Man, even if we stopped here, like we just got, I think we have the box average now. We have the box average. We have 10 wheat pennies. Yeah, no, Woody. In my opinion, it's so cool seeing old coins. It's so interesting because throughout years of torture, it hasn't been thrown away, it hasn't been melted, it hasn't been dropped down a drain or something. Like, it's still here. It's not been lost. Think about all the hands that these wheat pennies have gone through. There's one from 1926 in there. All the people who spent that penny. And now, there's 17 penny. And now, it finally ends with me. Where it'll forever be, will hopefully forever be safe. As long as I breathe. I wish you could, like, take a coin and see how many people's gone through it. What the hell happened here? That's a weird copper. There's another wheat penny. Oh! Sorry if I'm, like, overhyping. That looks like an old wheat penny. Look at the ears. They're smooth. Flip it over. 1918! Woo! That's an old wheat penny. Damn. I do already have a 1918 Philadelphia. 1918 Philadelphia wheat penny. That's an old boy right there. Here, I'll show it again. Hopefully you guys can see. Look at that. That's an old wheat penny right there. Come on, focus in. Focus in, dumb camera. Aren't you going to focus in? That's an old boy right there. I do have one. I have multiple of those. For example, 1918, that sounds insanely rare, but if I look at my book, there are 288 million that were made. So, roughly a lot. Not as many as today's pennies, but that's a lot for a wheat penny to be made. So, they're not actually that rare. But in 1918 Philadelphia, 288 million. Well, let's look at a 1918 Denver. There was only 48 million. And for S, that goes down to 35 million. 35 and 48 million, compare that to 288. The mint-marked variants of the 1918 are a lot rarer than their Philadelphia counterparts. If it's an 1818 like S, that'd be amazing. Man, it's so amazing when you see something that old pop up. One more peek. Do I have 1818? I have every single 1818. So I have an 1818... Not 1818. I have every single 1918 penny. So 1918 Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. I have every single mint of that. So I don't need any more. Again, still, it's very nice to see wheat pennies that are that old. 9 years older, and that's usually the very first ones that are made around that time. I mean, you gotta realize that penny right there, right now, is almost, it could be approaching 106 years old. It's 105 to 106 years old. I mean, this is basically like almost World War II. World War II. No, I'm still World War One. I'm sorry, World War One time. I don't know exactly when World War One went on. I know it went on in the 1910s. I know the second one was Canadian penny. I know the second one went from like 39 to 45. I know 100% ended in 45. Yeah, we've been getting a couple old bicentennial. We've been getting a couple old pennies today. Now we got like a 1926, 29. And my luck must be good with YouTube. 17 Philly. Oh no, you're that rich. It's this bank location. These two boxes came from the same location, which is roughly in a... I don't know. What? What's up, Maxwell? You know a wheat penny is old when you look at it on the ears and they're faded. Bicentennial. Oh, no problem. Basically, I have found Indian head since. This is an Indian head right here. Oops. This one was made in 1887. That's an old penny. Usually those mintages don't pass over a couple hundred estimate. Usually the mintage of an Indian head cents, most of them don't pass over 50 million. The good thing about Indian head cents is that there's no mint mark. So collecting all years is good. I mean, the only ones that have mint marks are actually from 1908 and 1909, which they both have S mint marks, but there's not a whole ton of those, so those are rare. 1909 S of any penny is pretty good to get. The Target wheat penny, if you guys know coins, you shouldn't be surprised to hear me say this, is a 1909 S VDB. That is our target. That penny is insanely rare, and there's only about 480,000 that were minted, but it's estimated that only 20,000 have survived. Bicentennial. The cheapest I've ever seen these penny go, or that 1909 VDBS sell for, is like the higher $800 mark. So they're at least $800 to $1,000 in average condition because they're so rare. I'm not joking you. For a penny. You heard me right. $1,000 for a penny. That's just tip to the iceberg right there. They're extremely rare. And I calculate... Oh, there's 50 Denver. Yay! Bro, how many do we have? We have 12 of them. 17 Philly. Philly. Unfortunately, there's a sad truth to wheat pennies. Every single year, every single minute, they get slightly more rare because the amount of pennies they're pumping into circulation. Every single day, every single year, they get slightly more rare. And one day, the sad truth is, they may be extinct from circulation. They may become as hard to find as Indian head cents. I predict that within about 50 to 70, about 50 years from now, Indian head cents will become so rare that there will probably be only about 2-ish per box. So it's a good idea for me to do this while I'm young. I mean, it's going to happen one day in 100 years. It's going to happen with, you know, it's going to happen with memorial cents. You know, the most minted coin on the planet. This design right here is the most minted coin on planet Earth. There are over 500... Actually, let me get you closer. There's over 500 billion of these pennies. 500 billion. And actually, if you take all of human art, basically like coins, paintings, drawings, portraits, like in terms of art of a person, the design of the penny for Lincoln might be the most replicated piece of art in human history. There's just so many of them. Again, that's 500 billion pennies that were ever made in history. And now we're, like, the memorial pennies, like the ones you see with the little building on the back. The square building, which is, of course, the Lincoln Memorial. That's why they're called memorial pennies. There's 500 billion of those. $550 billion, again, to be exact. Roughly exact. But wheat pennies, there's only 27.5 billion. So you expect wheat pennies to be very common because that'd be like a 1 out of 80 chance, or like, yeah, roughly 1 out of 80. But because a lot of pennies get lost per year, some pennies are, you can't do shit with pennies. So therefore, they're forgotten, tossed about, even trashed, and they get lost. So therefore, pennies eventually get lost. Like 10% of all the pennies minted each year, if I'm not wrong, get lost, hoarded, or thrown away. I'm part of the problem, obviously. I have no right to criticize people for that. I am the biggest problem. Or I'm a big part of the problem. And there's no harm in people hoarding pennies. There simply isn't. What's my favorite video I have on the channel? That's a very good question. Now, I don't like to basically ride my own train or whatever and toot my own horn. I'm not going to say my videos are the best. They're not. There's not a best video. There's the best videos. Bicentennial, by the way, that just got yeeted. I like my 2020 fails, like my 2020 two fails, I think. I don't know. I don't really have a very very favorite video. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite video, actually. Honestly, I need to make a video on this topic. And it's controversial in the coin community. The death of pennies. Now, unfortunately, there is a talk of sometimes, usually every year, where people want to get rid of the penny. However, I love pennies. They're integral. I don't think we should get rid of them. However, in my opinion, there is a problem. I'm going to make cuts because, I'm going to find something, I'm going to announce it, like an NPC. Like there's a Canadian penny right there. Okay, so I have a very interesting take on it, in my opinion. And that's not me tooting my own horn. I just think, honestly, as a numismatist, I think I have the ability and skill to be able to make an educated statement on the matter. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Every single year, the United States mints literally no less than 3 billion pennies, and usually no more than 6. Each plant, one in Philadelphia and Denver, make 3 billion per year. Now, do I think pennies need to be discontinued? No. Do I think that we're making too many? Hell yes. Because honestly, making new pennies a year is a double-sided sword. Because again, pennies get hoarded. There's a bicentennial. Pennies get hoarded and lost, so we have to make pennies to replace them. Simple as that. But here's a problem. You know what ratios are? Ratios are the comparison of the amount of one thing to another. For example, there's a ratio of pennies to wheat pennies. That ratio, or drop chance, is roughly 500 pennies, or 1 wheat penny to every 500 pennies, normal pennies. Now, every single year, this ratio of wheat pennies, or pennies to wheat pennies, gets higher and higher. Because as you add, oh, that's a shiny 59. Nice 1959. The copper penny. Oh, there's wheat penny. 57 Denver. Nice. That might be 13 right there. Now, anyway, each penny, I love pennies, okay? But I'm going to give you an unbiased, to a degree, unbiased opinion on the, oh, we should kill wheat pennies thing. Honestly, here's the thing. We make, then, each branch makes roughly like 1 to 3 billion pennies per year. And each cent takes about 3 cents to make. So for every penny, the mint loses 3 cents. But however, why do they still do it if they're losing money? Well, there's a thing called sovereignty, right? Sovereignty, or whatever it's called. I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but that's roughly what it is. It's the amount of money that the mint makes, or the BEP makes, when they print a piece of money. For example, for a $1 bill, it takes about, I'd say 5 cents to make a $1 bill. However, that $1 bill is worth 100 cents. So 100 minus the cost, so 100 minus 5, every dollar bill, like $1 bill that the BEP makes, they're going to be making 95 cents. However, every time the mint, by the way, the people who make, oh, there's a S mint, by the way. The people who make pennies and the people who make dollar bills are actually different people, different government branches. So I think, in my opinion, the sovereignty that they get from like quarters or half dollars actually is able to keep pennies alive. And plus, let's be honest, if you're an American person, you probably love pennies. I mean, come on, they got Abraham freaking Lincoln on it. He's a favorite. Man, I don't get political, but conservative or not, no matter what part of the political swing you really do, or no matter who you are, you probably really like Lincoln. I don't like really participating on either side, but I have a like for Lincoln. I mean, hey, he passed Amendment number 13, 17 Philly. And hell, Lincoln literally went to the same state that I live in, Illinois. It's a huge part of the state's history. But anyway, with that Lincoln horn tooting aside, that's meant, by the way. The problem is, we spend millions of dollars to make pennies that are basically worthless. Pennies today are worthless. I mean, they're so worthless, we literally put zinc in them instead of copper now. But here's the thing. The more pennies we make, the rarer wheat pennies get. And wheat pennies, there's a Canadian cent. Right now, I think wheat pennies have a perfect rarity. They're not extremely rare, but if you spend enough money and you dig through enough pennies, you're gonna find one. Like I got a wheat penny for change just a couple of days ago. Now, anyway, again, the issue here is that, again, they're making pennies more rare. However, I really want more pennies to be minted. So here's what I think the mint needs to be doing. In my honest opinion, I think this is a good opinion. This option right here would save the government lots of money, would keep the penny in a, keep the penny able to be minted, allow the government to relocate money to other areas, and would satisfy both chains of the argument. I think every single year, the mint should be not able to produce more than 1 billion pennies. Actually, I think every single year, they should make 500 million pennies. Why do I say that? There's roughly 350 million Americans. And again, not all Americans are coin collectors, right? So even if we produced 550 million pennies, that would be a penny for every single American. If every American was a coin collector, with a couple bonus. Doing this, you could save, the government could save $42 million plus a year. We could allocate this money to renovating infrastructure and other things. Although $42 million in government money is not too much. But yeah. But yeah, I think they should restrict the amount of pennies being minted, so that way we do get new pennies, but they're just not coming out in hordes. Again, my biggest fear is that I don't want us to follow in Canada's footsteps, where we stop making pennies, and they start melting them. Now, if they stopped making pennies, like if I heard they stopped, I would be honestly a little bit upset. I'd actually be really upset. But however, that's a double-edged sword. Yes, the good news about, the bad news is I don't get any more pennies, but the good news is that the, if not counting the loss of pennies per year, the rarity of every single penny is actually going to be stagnant. So therefore, like if pennies were stopped right now, wheat pennies would not get any rarer by over mintage. They'd only get rarer because people are removing them or losing them. However, what I don't want to happen is I don't want them to become melted, because again, copper pennies would be targeted for being melted. And again, wheat pennies are copper pennies, and we already know the government does not care what they melt. I mean, we literally saw this. I mean, you probably didn't see it. But we know about this because the government passed the thing known as the Pittman Act a couple of decades ago. Actually, about 100-ish, probably 100 in like, I'd say no, like 100 years ago to 120 years ago, the government passed the Pittman Act. The Pittman Act was an act that took all the Morgan dollars and they melted them down. Of the 700 million Morgan dollars that were minted, a whopping 350 million plus were destroyed. So over half of all Morgan dollars are gone now. And they were turned into peace dollars, which in my opinion is, I don't like peace dollars. They're ugly. They're good when they're not worn down, but they look creepy. As of my knowledge, we don't melt pennies. However, people in the country, they do. It is a felony. Do not melt them. People like to melt copper pennies. Again, that's a felony. At least $10,000, I think, fine, plus a couple years in prison. I got 2 subs recently. That's nice. I think that stream got me 2 subscribers. That's beautiful. One more for this group. Yes, man. 09. We're very close to finishing the box. Alright, 10 more rolls, guys. We have box average. So hopefully we can get more lucky. Ow. Oh, I see a bicentennial penny. I hear my dog chewing on a bone upstairs. Yep, these rolls right here are all we got left. Keep going. We're almost done. S-Mint. Although cheap, you know what they should make sense out of? Honestly, I know it's dumb because, you know, they had issues with penny machines. If they have to do something, they should make pennies out of steel. Again. I mean, the government actually made a lot of money from making pennies off steel. For $1 of steel, like equivalent of steel in 1943, I mean, I know steel prices change, by the way. So in 1943, when they bought $1 of steel, they could make like 10,000 wheat pennies off that. Basically means the government basically took $1 and turned it into $100. Ooh, that's an old wheat penny. 1917. Philadelphia. Not bad. That's still very common cent though. Let me check how many were minted. There were 196. Too bad it was not like a D or an S. That would have been very nice. Still very good to have an old penny. Man, there have been like 4 pennies, wheat pennies we've had that were before 1920 or 1930. I love it when you get wheat pennies before 1930. That's a nice thing to get. Oh, guys. Ooh, there's another wheat penny. Looks like it's probably within the 40s. 1953. Yeah, I'm about to say that looks like a newer wheat penny. 53 Denver. Nice. Man, we got a lot of wheat cents now. This is a very good box. Lucky, lucky box. We've almost got another loose rolls box made, and if we do that, it's going to be number 100. Alright, 5 more rolls left to this box. I think I heard a Canadian cent. No, I didn't. Hello, Pinecone. Unfortunately, you got me at the end of another one of my streams. Only got 4 more rolls left. Ooh, another one. 1917 Denver. Oh, crap. What are pennies? Oh, that's a rare one. They're like 1 cent pieces. Like, you know how you have a 50-cent coin? We have 1 cent coin. That, I was just talking, if we have that 17 Denver, 55 million, almost rare vintage. I don't have one. What? How did that happen? It said, it went, hello, what are pennies? But then like a comment appeared between. What the hell? That's not, I mean, it's discolored, but it's not in bad shape. That's another penny I don't have in my collection. That's a good find. Oh, fork. I don't have a 1917 Denver in my book. I also don't have a 1938S in my book. Yeah, a penny is like basically a cent. 1 cent. Australia is probably like Canada where they got rid of pennies. You guys probably had pennies, maybe? Oh, there's a bicentennial. You guys probably have pennies. You just probably got rid of them. So that voice crack was bad. Canada got rid of their pennies. A couple of countries have been doing it. I hope America does not follow in that path. Damn, 1970. Yup, I called it. We used to actually have half-cent coins, but they stopped making those in the 1850s. I don't think I have to explain why that happened. Inflation! I'm going to probably stream here in a couple minutes. I'm actually going to ask my mom if I can go to town. She's going to buy groceries. Or not. I had a Canadian penny and someone called it an Australian penny. It's not. It's a Canadian. Canada has, Queen of Elizabeth on their pennies. At least they used to until 2013 when they stopped making them and started melting them. Here's that 50-cent piece I have. That's the Canadian coin. Or not Canadian, it's an Australian coin. Relatively big coin. That doesn't look like... Nice coin until you're a banker trying to shove them into a coin machine. $17 Philly. Going off about. One more roll. Can we get Wheat Penny in it? Why are they so loud? I did find something good. I found 2 pennies I don't have in my collection yet. 2 of them, 2 pennies, including one I haven't found yet, are below 50 million minted. And that's it. That's all, folks. How many we get? $16 Wheat Pennies. Damn, that's a lot of Wheat Pennies. That is 160% of the average. That's a key find right there. 38S. 1918 right there. 1917 right here. And then a 17 Denver. That's a good find. That's a good box. 2 rare Wheat Pennies. Well, one of them is not above 50 million, so whatever. And yeah, had to be a lot of coppers there. Let's see how many coppers we got. I had like 520 coppers the last time on my other box. How many do we have now? $578 copper pennies. Woo, that's a lot of copper. That is a lot of copper. Wow, that was a very good box. I never get usually above 12 or whatever. But yeah. Look how dirty those gloves are. Let's go into the garbage can. I might stick around for a couple so I can register the wheat pennies. To record it, me putting one of the wheat pennies into the drawer, into the cupboard. Okay. Time to log my data. I never really show people what goes on behind the screens. Usually I cut now. I want to record myself putting... So this is my computer. My Chromebook. This is where I log my data. Turn my microphone off. The micro thing, whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's see if my thing loads, because usually it never likes to load. Okay, box. 2,500 pennies. The box ID was box number 82. And I found... How many of these did I find? $11. I found 11 wheat pennies. Bicentennials. How many did I get? Oh, I might have to get another jar. That's full. I can't put any more bicentennials in that jar. Give me a second, chat. I have to get another jar. Well, let's get this one out of our way. We have 1 Canadian penny. We got 4 Woodies. Actually, no, that's with my other. Nine of those. We got 9 Woodies. At 17 Ps. S-mints. Got a bunch of those. Got 7 of those. Of those. Yeah, that's a brand new jar being filled right there. Coppers. Yep. $513 coppers. Oh my gosh, my dog's being grumpy. Stop being mean, Yuka. Oh man. Stop it. Sorry, he's a little senile. He's an old boy. Okay. Submit that and it'll add it to the database. Okay. Oh god, don't do this. Unable to save my draft. I hate this error so much. Give me a sec, I'm connecting my internet. My Chromebook has internet issues for some stupid reason. I remember that I was 16. My god, I hate this. Why aren't you doing anything, stupid? Bruh, just submit, you stupid thing. Submit! Literally just go in. Please. Yeah, submit. Just submit, dummy. Come on. Literally, you've done this so many times. What is the difference? Oh my god, I have good internet. I'm streaming after all. Yeah, just literally submit, stupid. Oh my god, this makes my blood boil. You know what my notifications say? This is genuinely pissing me off. What do you mean this can't be reached? What are you doing? My goodness, this type of stuff pisses me off. Did my thing even go through? I don't... I'm getting so pissed right now. Give me a second. Didn't even go through. Box. See, did it go through on my... Yep, there we go. I finally got it. Okay, let's do it again on my iPad. Send it through. Submit another response. Actually, I have 513 coppers. That third penny, quarter, no, that third loose roll, or no, that third copper bucket is almost gonna fill. Box. Wheat pennies. Oh, we have 16, I remember. We have 16 wheat pennies. Still, pretty nuts. 17 pills. Yeah, 11. Yeah, 11 of these. How many of these? 17. 4 woodies. 9 Canadians. 577. Good thing I didn't forget that number. 6 estimates. Great penny preservation there. Let's see, let's start categorizing these wheat pennies. This is how I categorize Wheaties. Okay. First one is a 1930S. First one's a 1930S right there. And let's see. Actually, I'm home. Sorry, guys. Let's do this. Rotate it back. There it is. 1930S is up. So 1930, and that's an estimate mark. Usually I have a 1 out of 5. So like bad, weathered, good, great, and untarnished. This one's weathered. And an additional note I'll put. Attempted cleaning is possible. Or it was. And it says unable to save. Frick you. Yep, screw you, dude. Screw you! Come on. Oh my god, you want me to sign in? Come on! I honestly hate this sometimes. Dude, just let me sign in my account. What's the issue? $1930S. Weathered. Coin shows signs of attempted cleaning. Let's see if it pops up on my database. Chromebook, honestly, I like. Yeah, I hate when it glitches like that. I'm looking at my database right now. My god, this Chromebook is so slow. Got it. Spent another response. Next. 1946. And you are Philadelphia. You look good. Nothing else to comment. 1945. Bad. 1945D. That's a bad one. Heavily scratched and damaged. Has crimson coloring. Or has a crimson color. That's bad. I'll just rank that as bad. 1951. And that's a Denver one. And let's see. Nothing really that fancy. Submit. Next, 1949D. Normal. I just usually put them as good. I count that as good. There's not really too much damage to them. It's just, yeah, they're average. There we go. Got that grime off. $1942D, good. $1944. Philadelphia. Average wheat penny. $1951D. It's been weathered. And our coin shows signs of attempted cleaning. Yeah, this one looks like it's been someone tried to clean it. Oh, I see it did. Have a nice one. $1941. Philly? Yeah, it's a Philly. Average. $1944. It's good. 44 Philly. Another 44 Philly. And it shows some dark spots on reverse. Yep, pretty good. Finally, we have a 1946 Denver. And good. Yep, pretty average. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm gonna group these on my. I have a whole like sheet, like a spreadsheet. Okay, merge those cells. And so just make it blue. Box 82. And September, no, it's November 2024 batch. There we go. We got it. Reading the next stack. 1926 to begin with. It's Philadelphia and it's weathered. Mild physical wear. $1951, and the next one I'm interested in. 1951 D. And I'd say that's average. This one's the one is the star of the show. 1938S. 1938S. Okay. I'd actually say it's pretty good condition. You're gonna be withheld. You're a rare penny. I don't have you. 1957 D. You are good. Very minor corrosion. Okay. Next, 44 Philly. Very common scent, of course. And it's just average. P, good, done. 1929 Philadelphia. Mild wear on that one. It's weathered. These coin ratings do not reflect the official coin ratings of like NGC or anything like that. They're my own ratings. So yeah, mild physical wear. Yeah, iPad, I can do these faster on my iPad. 1953S. Not bad. I need a 55S though. 1953S. Good condition. Yeah, I like that. 1952 D. Good. $1944 Philly. That's like the average wheat penny. Nice brown 1944 Philadelphia. Nothing too special. Not really that damaged. Nothing too much to note off this little penny. 1942. Yeah, it's got some corrosion on it. Or grime. That's grime, actually. 1942. I think that's a Denver, right? No, it's not. Good thing I checked. Some grime on reverse. 1918, old one. Physical wear here. Any lamination error? Nah, usually the 1918s, I feel like I have a lamination error issue with them. 1918, Philadelphia. It's slight physical wear. Yeah, it's an old penny. So do you expect anything? You can tell they're an old penny when you have the ears faded. Because usually there's lines in the ears. You may not be able to see it. There's lines. Here's a better one. This one has lines. See it? In the very top of the ears. But when it comes to the old scents... When it comes to the old 18s, like look how just smoothed out those ears are. There's no lines. They're old. $1950 Denver. Yeah, this one. Let's rank this one as a average one. 1957 Denver. Also an average one. 1917. And it's a Philadelphia, but this one has, I'll say weathered. Moderate wear with a crimson with a crimson tint. 1953 Denver. Denver. Yeah, you look pretty good. Now here's the star of the show. 1917 Denver. Don't have one of those. It's got lines in it. Actually, already is good. Discolored, but has limited wear for its age. Yeah, look at that. It's a 1917. It's got lines in the wheat penny ears. That is something I never expect to see in an old penny. Usually, by all the 1920s in modern, all their wheat ears are all faded and they're gone. Let me just fix my chart. Okay. So this is actually what my wheat penny chart looks like. This is my massive database. Every single wheat penny I've counted and categorized, bought, or found literally goes right here. And yeah. We have 2,936 wheat pennies. I mean, yeah, if we do the Christmas search at its scale, we're going to surpass 3,000. Okay. Let's assimilate those pennies into the hoard. The hoard will grow. The hoard grows with their numbers. 2,936 wheat pennies we have so far. 2,900. We're only like less than 65 wheat pennies. If I can know it. We're 46 wheat pennies. No, 64 away. And one more thing before we end the stream. Hold on, guys. Ah, screw. Sorry, guys, for shaking the camera so much. My full collection.
So yeah, this is my full Wheat Penny collection. Okay, so we have a few new members. We have a 1917 Denver. We have a 1938 San Francisco. Okay, 17 Denver. Where are you? You go right here. Brand new. Yep, there it is. 17 Denver. 55 million. Man, 2 new Wheat Pennies. Let's go. Usually we might get like 1 new Wheat Penny every 5 boxes or so. The next one is the 38S. And look at that. That is a rare penny. $15 million. Oops, wrong one. Yay, I think I have all 1938s. Yay, I do have all 1938s now. 2 more Wheat Pennies off the grid. This page is going to be a pain. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys liked what you just saw, please feel free to sub. By the way, thanks for hanging out. This was a great stream. I got 2 subs, and I got a lot of viewers from this. Yeah. Absolute shout out to you guys. Again, feel free to sub if you want. If you don't want to, don't. It's no problem doing that. I will be streaming Doom, hopefully later tonight. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice